Sri Gurubhyo Namaha. Good morning viewers. In this video we are going to see about Dhik Bal. We have seen about Mool Trikona, the power of the planets at different positions. Similarly, there is another concept called Dhik Bal. Planets placed on certain positions, it will give the extreme power, like when it becomes a ruler there, as equal as a similar power for the chart owners. If you are new to this channel, keep it subscribed so that you will get all my updates instantly. You take for example in this chart, you have Aries as ascendant. In case if Jupiter or Mercury is associated, is placed in the ascendant, it could be any ascendant. Then we call this Jupiter and Mercury takes the extreme power, like it becomes a Dhik Bal there. If a planet is taking the Dhik Bal, it gives the extreme power, and because Jupiter and Mercury seems to be the positive planets, the ascendant becomes very strong and the person will have more self-confidence and he could face any type of challenges and he can come across any hurdles in his life. But here there is a catch, because for the ascendants of Jupiter and Mercury, where it becomes the Kendra dosha also. When Jupiter is strong at Sagittarius or Pisces, it becomes Kendra dosha also. It provides that particular problem also. But in other cases, it will give extreme positivity. Same way, Mercury gives the Kendra dosha for Gemini as well as Virgo. The concept is same. For the same ascendant, if Moon and Venus, either Moon or Venus is placed at the 4th house, then you can say the Moon or Venus takes the Dhik Bal. So if you say 4th house, Moon becomes a very strong planet. Same way, Venus will also takes its strength at the 4th house. Generally, there is a concept as the positive planets taking the Kendra places may not give good results, but there is an exception for Venus and Moon. When it is placed at the 4th house from ascendant, it definitely gives a positive results. Like as you say that 4th house indicates mother and the affection between mother and the child, you have the fixed assets, all these things can happen for this particular chart owner at the right age, especially when he faces the Mahadasa of Moon as well as Venus. But here there is again another catch. In case of Aries, Moon becomes a ruler at his own house. There it gives some problems, as the concept of Karago Bhavanasti takes place here. So other than Aries, if the ascendant seems to be like Taurus or Gemini, wherever it is, if Moon is placed at the 4th house or Venus is placed at the 4th house, the power of Dhik Bal is considered to be even more when compared to Aries. But even in Aries, there will be some positivity also. But they may find some troubles with the mother as well as mother side family. Some may face some health issues with the mother side. Now, if Saturn happens to be seated at the 7th house from the ascendant, then Saturn takes the Dhik Bal there. Generally, they have a tendency that Saturn happens to be at the 7th house, there will be a delay marriage. So there is a negativity also. But when Saturn is very strong at the 7th house, they will have a very good partnership. If they do any partnership business, they will succeed in that. And Saturn from the 7th house aspects the ascendant, so they have a very good lifespan. So there won't be any problem in their health. All positivity takes place. They may get some good friends. They could able to lead a big and mass team also. So people who are leaders, they have such type of placement of planets in their horoscope. Now if you consider Sun and Mars, when they are placed at the 10th house, they take that Dhik Bal. Generally 10th house indicates a workplace. So whoever takes a very good opportunity. In our real lifetime, we could see there are certain people who may join in a company at a very low cadre, but in due course they take the highest positions, like they become the senior person, they become the vice president or director of the company. So such people, they have the 10th house very strong with Sun or Mars associated. Generally, if Mars is associated with the 10th house, they becomes doctor, they take work in the areas of civil engineering and other constructions area. Some of them may even work in the army, military, navy forces. In case Sun happens to be very strong at the 10th house, they become the dynamic leader. Some of the leaders in politics, some of the leaders in the big companies, they'll all have the Sun very much positive at the 10th house. So this is what we call as Dik Bal. So when the planets are associated in these places, then we can say they'll get a very good positivity in the lifespan when particular planets Mahadasa or Antardasa is running. So this is the concept of Dhik Bal, where Rahu and Ketu will not play into picture in this because they don't have their own houses. So except these planets, Rahu and Ketu will only take the position of the particular planet in their horoscope, but it will not take any Dhik Bal or any other yogas in this case. So many aspects other than considering the Dhik Bal also, when we have to see which planet aspects the particular Dhik Bal planets. Like for example, if Mercury is associated with ascendant, or in 4th house you have Venus, or in 7th house if you have Saturn, and in case if you have Sun or Mars associated at the 10th house, there may be some cases they may not get some positive results. The problem could be negative planets like Saturn or Rahu getting associated with the positive planets. That case, they may not get the extreme power, the extreme positivity. But at the same time, if any other positive planets aspects the negative planets, for example, the Sun and Mars at 10th house or Saturn at the 7th house, if they are getting associated with either Jupiter or Venus, the positivity will be even better. So hope you understood the concept of Dhik Bal. I will again meet with another interesting videos very shortly. Thank you.